And we're back with more exciting adventures of the Incredible Hokes. I am Chris.
I am Mark.
Coming to you live, actually not live, from the main cave. Today's episode is a topic that I really have no idea what he's talking about. So you're going to learn along with me. What are you talking about?
Okay, this is another edition of the Incredible Hokes based on the novel Push by Sapphire. Okay. For you people that get that joke. Okay.
That was Precious.
Precious.
Yeah.
That at the Oscars.
That was very weird.
It was very weird.
I should just call it Precious.
Yeah. There was another movie that was released that same year that was also called
Precious?
Push.
Oh, Push.
So they thought of that as a way to like make a distinction.
The piggyback.
But every time they would go to nominate it for something, they'd read that whole thing. It was
Push was like
ridiculous.
a crappy little sci-fi teenage movie, wasn't it?
Which one? The
Push.
Yeah,
the other Push.
Yeah,
well,
the other Push. Yeah.
Precious was a good movie. It was like a very. It was like a dark and
you know how
dramatic
studios
and poignant and like, why would you want to piggyback off a teenage action movies? Okay, go ahead.
Anyway,
don't waste enough time on that.
All right, I was just thinking with this movie Passengers that just came out. It's Jennifer Lawrence. It's kind of a vehicle with her. And
okay.
Anyway, I like Jennifer Lawrence. She's a great talent. Okay. However, I see the movie's kind of a box office dud, and I have to, and I see what she made for this movie, and I'm like, Hollywood, should you be like paying this to anybody now? She literally, her salary was $20 million plus 30% of the profit.
30%?
30% of the profit after the film breaks even. Well, she ain't going to get that because this movie's not going to break even. Anyway.
30% of a profit?
Yes, I double checked that. 30% of the profit.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, so my question is any actor worth that right now? No. It's all about franchises. There's no star power anymore. Okay? Don't pay anybody that kind of money. I wouldn't pay any actor. I don't care who it is.
We're talking about America, though.
In America, I wouldn't pay one actor more than $1 million. That's it. Because it's all about franchises now, and the properties themselves, not the actors. Because I think there's nobody that you can't replace. That's my opinion.
Well, I've got all kinds of stuff going on here. The thing with the Jennifer Lawrence deal is, remember, she was one of the ones in the recent controversies about being underpaid versus a male co-star.
Yeah, she was going to get it all back with this movie.
So I think, and public support of that has been very good. I mean, there's been very good support that they should.
And there should be equal pay. There should be.
Okay, so the studio probably was like in a rock and a hard place. It's like, okay, we got Chris Pratt, who just made a top 5 movie of all time with Jurassic World in terms of box office revenue. And I've got Jennifer Lawrence, whose Hunger Games movies are the top 5 franchises of all time. If I remember right, I saw this recently. It's top 10 for sure. Well over $1 billion worldwide for a franchise.
Oh, yeah. It's up there. Yeah.
They kind of had to. Now, is she worth that? I don't know. I don't know if it's a fair question to say, is she worth it or is she not worth it? I don't think she's worth 30% of the profit. I don't know.
Well, my question is
hold on, no,
actor.
Stop. You can't do it. Hold on. I have to answer that question.
Okay.
You can't add an appendix to that. I have to answer that one.
Okay.
The question is she worth it? What I'm saying is $20 million, maybe 30%. Not just Jennifer Lawrence is not worth it. I don't think there's an actor on the earth that is worth 30% of profit.
Right.
So now add your addendum. I had to answer that one.
Okay, fair enough. I was just saying, but is any actor worth even $20 million? I guess you
$20 million, yes.
You think you can make the case for it?
Yes. $20 million, yes. 30% of the profit, no.
All right. Well, for the sake of the viewers, then maybe name one or two.
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. Now keep in mind, Again, this is a tricky episode. Tom Cruise. I don't see Mission
We
Impossible.
do tricky here.
I don't see Mission Impossible without Tom Cruise. I will not go see Mission Impossible, but that's a franchise, so it's a chicken or the egg concept.
Yeah.
Do I see Mission Impossible with anybody else? No, I don't. But with somebody else, maybe. But would I have saw the first Mission Impossible without Tom Cruise? You see where I'm going with this?
Mm-hmm.
So I will go see every Tom Cruise Mission Impossible at the theater every time it comes out. I like that franchise.
Yeah.
And I know when I go see it in the movies, it's going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
James Bond, so he's worth $20 million. Because those movies make a killing.
Okay.
James Bond, I really could give two craps if Craig, what's his name, is in the next one. I'll still go see
Daniel Craig, yeah.
I'll still go see James Bond without him. I don't give a crap. Jurassic World, I'll still go see Jurassic World without Chris Pratt. I don't care. So there's a bit of a chicken or the egg here type deal. So I think in some cases, there's sometimes the actor is worth $20 million.
Well, look at. I'm gonna be devil's advocate. Look at Tom Cruise, to use your example. Night and day, the box office performance, and is it Edge of Tomorrow? Those underperformed, and I think at least one of those he had a similar deal where he gets a flat salary plus a certain percentage of the revenue. You know, if you're a studio and those films totally underperformed.
You don't go see Iron Man 2 without Robert Downey Jr. But you didn't go see Iron Man 1 because of Robert Downey Jr.
Right.
So, see what I'm saying?
But there is life. You can take a property. I mean, you might have to wait a little bit, but I think people will let you start over. Spider-Man's about to have another reboot. I think people, like myself, I wasn't ready to move on from Tobey Maguire.
I did too. I agree with you.
Andrew Garfield, it was a bad fit. This new guy, whose name escapes me at the moment, I'm looking forward to this one. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it based on his small part in Captain America: Civil War.
The question was: is any actor?
The franchise is bigger.
Is any actor worth $20 million? Yes. Is because these movies make so much money, and that face on the poster or that face on Netflix does dictate whether you watch it or not. It still does. It still matters.
So I guess what we're both kind of saying is it comes down to the risk factor.
I don't watch Interstellar without Matthew McConaughey on the poster. If that's Joe Blow Interstellar, I don't give two craps about Interstellar. I watched Interstellar because Matthew McConaughey was in it. That's not a franchise. It's a standalone movie. Mm-hmm. And it's on Amazon, and whenever you see it on Amazon Video, you always see Matthew McConaughey's face on there. Oh, Interstellar. And you say, okay, Matthew McConaughey, you watch it. So yeah, they're still worth it. They're still the 30%. That's where I get lost at the 30% of the profit.
Okay.
Thing. That's where I get.
Okay.
That's where you lose. That loses me on that one, man. I don't get.
It's a risky business, Hollywood. I don't know. I've been negotiating down, but that's my 2 cents. So we have a little bit of a disagreement here.
Be careful about doing this at Jennifer Lawrence because, anyway, it might mean something else. Hey, with that, adieu.